Welcome back to my Virgo channel. For those of you that are new, my name is Laura, and I'm going to do a general message for Virgo. Know that energy is fluid, so roles could be reversed. Just flip it, switch it, twist it. Interpret the message as it best resonates for you. All right. Also, if you're new to the channel, anything of any relevance to the channel, you can find in the description box. You could also find my website link. You can find my Patreon link. You can find my other YouTube channels. All right. Now, if you like this video and you resonate, please give me a like. Now, if you want to win a free psychic reading with me, all you got to do is like the video, subscribe to the channel, and the word of the day is going to be forgiveness. All right. Every day that I do a video, I usually try to choose a different word, usually a healing word, because I'm going to start the reading off looking at this spiritual energy. I always do that, whether it's on my Virgo channel or whether it's on my Psychic Soul Healer page, which is an all zodiac page, because that spiritual energy is going to tell us why certain things are unfolding the way that they are. It's going to be the energy that influences a person's actions. All right. And without further ado, let's see the first word out. I never read my cards upside down. I always use my deck, the Psychic Soul Healer deck, and the first word out is needy. Virgo, I feel like you're dealing with someone that's very codependent, and you are a light worker. So you're dealing with someone that's very codependent, even though they might have a great job. They might seem like they have their act together. So I'm feeling as if they're attached to somebody. I also feel like they need a lot of attention. Okay, and victim. All right. So the spiritual energy at hand is that you're dealing with somebody that's codependent, that you are their soulmate. They can feel that you are their soulmate. They're in a karmic connection. I don't feel as if the person that they're together in a romantic way, but again, a codependent. So they could be a past relationship. It could be someone that they work with. It could be a family member. It's someone that has way too much control over their life. And they're attracted to you for many reasons. The first reason is because you're their soulmate, and they can feel that. They feel it's a connection like they've never had before. That's number one. Number two, they need healing. And I feel as if you're someone that is a high vibration. So what happens when you're someone that holds a high vibration? It's like moths to a light. You know, anyone that needs you is going to come to you. You're a magnet of who and what comes into your life. So that doesn't necessarily mean that you need healing, but you may need a little bit of healing as well. Not to the point that this person does, but there's only two energies, love and fear. So it doesn't matter if we have a little bit of the energy or a lot. So I'm kind of feeling as if Virgo, you're in between leveling up. But right now, it's not that you hold the same energy. It's almost as if this is a past life karmic connection, that if you get involved with this person, you'll be the victim. But right now, they're acting like they're the victim, because I feel as if, again, the person that is connected to them has way too much control over them, and they're not liking it, and they also are not connected to you. They're not talking to you, and so they're acting like the victim. All right, so that's the underlying spiritual energy. Now let's just take a look and see actually what the hell is going on here. All right. And then we'll look and see if there's some of the hidden truths and what the triggers are. We should actually look at the triggers first. Let's look at the spiritual energy first. Let's finish with the spiritual energy, and let's see what the triggers are. Okay, what did this person do to you? What triggered you, Virgo? Past. I had a hard time letting go of the past and the fears associated with it, so they manifested in chaos in the relationship. I feel as if, again, you never could trust this person. This person never made you feel comfortable. And so when we are in a relationship with someone that we can't trust, we're always unconsciously looking for something to happen. Like, not that we want something to happen, but it's a survival mechanism. We're in trying to protect ourselves. We look for it, for something. So it's like we're stuck in the past. And I feel as if you didn't feel like that you could truly live your authentic self if you don't feel safe with the person that you're with, obviously. And this is another way, by the way, that somebody that is needy will manipulate, the person that they're with to give them more energy. If they're needy, they don't care how they get the energy. They don't care whether or not they're emotionally manipulating you, gaslighting you, and doing that type of energy. Again, the victim energy, which I feel that you would be with if you were with this person right now, because they don't give. They want you to give. And your guys are on two totally different vibrations, just so that you know. Even though you're in between leveling up, but always right before a person levels up, they get a karmic test, a spiritual test. And what better test than a past life soulmate partner? It's a lot of times trauma bond, or like I said, a karmic mate from a past life. All right. And then blame. I got tired of taking the blame when it wasn't my doing. Take responsibility for your actions. And I feel like, again, the gaslighting, because your person lied and they manipulated. And then when you tried to speak your truth or tried to set a boundary or tried to, even just work through a problem, your person didn't really want to deal with it. They didn't feel like they needed to deal with it. Dealing with very cocky, arrogant energy, which is the ego, which is what I see when a person is playing this energy. And they're needy. So you're needy and you're codependent, and you don't take responsibility for your actions. So you act like the victim, not you, Virgo, but your person. And then what happens is that they blame you. So you never really get out of that energy. Okay, hard down. Okay, expectations. And I feel like your person gets triggered because they fall in love with the whole act of falling in love. So I feel as if they had an unrealistic expectation. Your person, or this person that's again is connected to you, whether you're connected to them or not, like I said, it's this person. And why I say that is because the person that you're dealing with has such a big ego, and they don't live in reality. So I feel as if they fall in love with the whole falling in love. And so they never really take the time to get to know anyone. They fall in love with appearances and what things look like. And I feel that they thought they kind of put you on a pedestal. And then once they actually were in a relationship with you, you had wants, you have needs, Virgo. And so that actually became a problem for them. Again, your person is all about themselves. They're not on a very high vibration. And past lovers. The display of affection you have towards your former partners triggers my insecurities. So I feel as if Virgo, your person is just a jealous person. They perceive that everyone cheats on them because they're a cheater. So because again, your person's needy, so they lack something. And instead of figuring out what that is, they get in relationships and they have expectations of the person that they're with. And then what happens is no one meets their expectations, so they act like the victim. And, you know, their tower acted to you because, again, this light energy that you hold, but you're in the place of, like I said, where you got tired of the being blamed. You got tired of the gaslighting, because that's really what it is. And you realize that this is not a soulmate twin flame relationship, or if it is, it's a soulmate twin flame relationship that the person's not on your vibration yet, and it would look more like a karmic mate, which this is the kind of looks like more like a past life karmic mate. So you two probably have a very strong spiritual connection. There might be a lot of chemistry, physical attraction. So it can feel as if it would be right. It would feel as if you should be with this person. But clearly, if you were with this person, it would not be a good thing right now. Okay, let's actually see what happened. So that we understand what the spiritual issue is. And the spiritual issue, once you know what that is, you can say, well, I don't need to take responsibility. You know, when we look at our situation through a spiritual perspective, we can say, well, this person may have problems. This person is, again, codependent. They need a lot of healing. And because they need healing, they create havoc within their relationships. So no one's safe while they're in a relationship with them, pretty much. All right, Virgo, let's see. I feel empty without you. Yeah, they feel empty without you because they're, as soulmate, past life connection, there's a lot of chemistry, there's a lot of warmth, it's again, there is an unconditional love there, even if the person is toxic, because there's a soul recognition with the past life soulmate. Whether it's a trauma bond, whether it's a soulmate relationship, there is a sense of familiarity, and once it's gone, you feel it. And I think that your person had expectations of what they perceived you'd put up with and who they perceived you were. However, they never really took the time, I feel like, to get to know. They stayed in a fantasy way because they couldn't have played so many games. Our story isn't over yet. I feel like they feel as if your story isn't over yet. So at least we know that they're sorry. At least we know that they're thinking about what they did. That means something to me because sometimes we don't. And seeing that we're actually doing this reading backwards, like the spiritual energy, what caused it, how they feel. Okay, I wanted to know what happens, but maybe what'll come out is how you feel. Okay, I can't stand the thought of you with someone else. I feel like this is still them. Because again, there is a very strong connection. And remember, well, soul relationships are karmic because they teach. So really, I feel like your person feels like they're in a karmic, like karmically, they're going through a negative karmic cycle because that they let this relationship go. They wanted to play games. They wanted to They didn't really want to make a commitment. They had issues that were connected to somebody else. And then not even because they want to be with that person, but because whatever it is, maybe they share a business together, maybe they own something together, that your person's getting something out of it. And what I feel is it's again, this have someone doing something for them, but there's no love here. But they didn't want to let that go. And then they gaslighted and they played games. So I think that they didn't think that you were going to leave because they could feel the strong connection. Now, like now, it's like they say, they feel, of course, you feel empty. I'm done playing games. I feel like you're saying that I'm done playing your stupid game. That's what you're saying, Virgo. But I think in their mind, they're like, I'm done playing games. I think that they want to fix this relationship. That's what I'm getting out of this, because they've had an awakening. I don't think that they thought they were going to have to make a choice. I act like I don't care when deep down I really do. Right, because I don't feel like your person is really giving you anything. I feel like, again, you're in separation right now. So I don't feel like they show their feelings to anybody, but they're suffering inside. I feel like they watch you from afar. Unhealthy habits and behaviors, yeah, that's your person. Again, when we see like needy and codependence, a lot of times we'll see people that have addictions. We see people, again, like if your person is attached to someone that they don't want to be with because they don't have passion, but that person is taking care of them, is almost mommying them, well, then they're having superficial relationships with everyone. I don't feel like they ever thought that they were gonna fall in love or really build a connection with you. That's what I feel. I feel like they had expectations of what they believed that you were going to do. But what wound up happening is once they proved to you that they were not trustworthy, well, it created a lot of insecurities and triggers within the relationship because your person's behavior was never changing. So whatever they said, there was a sense that you didn't really believe it, is what I'm picking up. But now all of a sudden that they didn't make the change, they didn't let go of the karmic, they didn't step it up, that you left. And so now they're feeling it. Now they're feeling it. I wish you were here with me. So again, we're just getting more confirmation that this person just really knows that they blew it. They know that they what are the hidden truths, even though I see what the hidden truths are, but let's see if there are any more hidden truths. Because your person is very imbalanced. They're very, again, needy and codependent and wouldn't let go of this karmic relationship. Meanwhile, they don't love that person. They're not happy in their life. They had feelings for you. They played games. They expected you to put up with it. And not really until you left do they, but now they want to fix it. And now they want to change, wish that they could change their ways. Now they wish that you were here with them. Now they're looking at their life. They're actually looking at their unhealthy habits and behaviors. And by the way, folks, this is why soul relationships and past life karmic connections, when you do not participate in a karmic soulmate, past life karmic soulmate, which would again look a lot like a trauma bond. When you do not participate in a trauma bond relationship, this is the way the person would eat their karma. A lot less bad than if you were with this person and the karma that they would have put on you, because this person like is like they don't build emotional bonds with anybody. Remember, they have someone at home or on the side that is kind of taking care of them, that they're kind of coexisting, though they don't love them. They get their emotional fulfillment from outside, relationships that are superficial. So it's only about them. They don't look at anyone else, which is what you discovered, Virgo, with their arrogant and very selfish behavior, with not wanting to change, with not wanting to treat you right, with having like huge expectations and then gaslighting you, blaming you for everything, blaming you because it was a form of gaslighting, trying to keep you small. And then when you stuck up for yourself, them acting like a victim, when really you were victimized in this relationship. You had no choice but to walk away. And so now that you walked away, they're saying, well, look at the way that I was living, unhealthy habits and behaviors. Look at what I did, because I wish that you were here with me. I act like I don't care because my big fat ego and pride and my big fat ego, as I just said, like rules my life. So I'm not going to let anyone know that I'm struggling, but I'm dying inside because I can't stand the thought of not being with you. But maybe I can still fix it, because again, I did feel that really strong spiritual connection. Yeah, they were drawn to your light. Finding out the truth crushed me. I think this is you, Virgo. I think the hidden truths, we never know who the cards are going to come out for, but intuitively, I feel that's more you. I feel like you really did care about this person, because again, a soul mate past life relationship, like connection, is going to be a good relationship because you were in a relationship with them in a past life. You have soul recognition. There is a lot of chemistry. There's an intense connection. So you wanted this to work. So I think, Virgo, you thought that your person was someone else. Like, meaning like when you first meet them, you see their potential and you see them as their potential. But then once you were actually in a relationship or trying to be in a relationship, because I don't feel like your person ever allowed a relationship to go on. I feel like they played a lot of games. It was a lot of you running after them, a lot of you questioning when they were going to like leave that, whatever that was. It was always a sense of lack. And then whenever you wanted to talk about it, they didn't want to really talk about it. But here's this intense connection and chemistry. So it's so confusing. So finding out the truth would crush you, because, you did have very strong feelings for them. I think you leaving them crushed them. But I think, again, their character and just who they are. I can't stop thinking about you. I feel like that's them, but I also feel like, Virgo, you're still getting over this, because again, this relationship, I really do feel like you thought that you were going to be with this person. So I just don't think that you're obsessively thinking about them and feel like it's a missed opportunity and are in full regret. I feel as if you're like, wow, I can't believe this was the person that I almost was with, but this person is not even who I thought that they were. And I think that crushed you. Not even the fact that they were connected to someone and because they weren't in love with that person, and you did know that your person did really have feelings for you. That was what was so scary to them. Because as long as they're gonna be in that codependent connection with whoever, they can't really be in a relationship, is what it looks like. I know I messed up everything. That's a no-brainer on who we know that that's them. I regret lying to you. I believe that your person made it like they were single, or if they were somehow connected to who they're still kind of with, they were said that it was over. They said that it was a relationship that they've already had, or that they were going through a divorce. So they made it sound like it was over. And what I feel is that it's never going to be over with this type of relationship, because until your person steps it up, and you were an opportunity for them to step it up because they built a connection to you. But, the superficial relationship that they have, they're connected to for a reason, and whether they're getting a benefit out of it, and not just someone that's cooking and cleaning and taking care of them. They're with them, I feel, for money reasons. Maybe they own a business together. Maybe they did a venture together. Maybe they have children together. There's a reason why that your person, again, is connected to somebody that they don't even really want to be connected to, but it's like they're so weaved in to that other person. It's almost like they don't know how to get out of that situation, and they're actually very codependent on it. So as much as they don't like it, they're dependent on it, and they know that it's wrong. They know no one would want to be with them, so they lied. But they know that they messed up everything. And I think on some level, you're like, wow, I can't, like, it's just such a mind blower that I, really had strong feelings for you and thought that you were someone else, and not that person. I'm so attracted to you. I feel like your person is still attracted. And I think that you will always be attracted to it, your soulmate, past life, or any type of soulmate connection. I mean, a lot of times we do, once we get together with a soulmate, past life, if it goes negative, we can see that person turn really ugly. But I feel because it hasn't played out, when you meet your soulmate, and any soulmate, whether it's a soulmate past life, soulmate twin flame, just soulmate, if it doesn't play out, which in this story it doesn't, your person never allowed it to. They played a lot of games. I don't want to say they never allowed it to. If you were going to do all the work, which is what they wanted you to do, then, and kept it superficial, they would have went into a relationship with you. But you're not a superficial person. You're a deep person. You, again, are full of light. You're not a surface person. And so you were never going to keep it that way. And so your person kept trying to make you play by their rules, in order to hold on to whatever that third party is. And they lost. You left, but now they're the ones that are stuck in it. Like, I mean, see, what is a hidden truth? Are they going to do something? Not a hidden truth, but this is a soulmate, twin flame, just karmic deck. Let's see. What are they going to do? And not even that you would take them back, Virgo, but let's see, or would they step it up to like try to heal the connection? Would they surrender their ego a little bit? Because if they did, that would at least help them raise their vibration. Okay, you're the one for me. We're twin souls, and that's what scares me the most. I'm seeing it all clearly now. So your person really feels as if they've lost like a soulmate twin flame relationship. They're realizing the extent, which I don't really feel like they did in the beginning, because everything was surface. So they never gave enough time. You know, if you're breadcrumbing a lot of different people, you're never really getting. And if you have someone taking care of you at home that you kind of are emotionally connected to, even if you're not attracted, but you feel obligated because again of other things, well then you're not going to know. I feel like once you left, that's when your person was like, oh my God, they realized, okay, I'm sorry that I judged and criticized you. I took my issues out on you when it wasn't your fault. It's not same. So I feel as of right now, they're not going to take action because they're healing. They're going through their healing process. And why I say that is because once you walked away, it forced them to look at their life. It forced them to look at their habits. Wanted to find that card, wanted to, it forced them to look at, here it is, their habits, their behaviors, like what created the situation. And it does bring it back to the fact that they're needy and that, but then they act like the victim. They're not, no one's the victim of their life at any time. Anyone can change their life, but they played so many games. Now they want to say that they're done playing the games, but they played so many games in order to keep you stuck. And now you know that you're gone, they feel empty without you. Because again, when the soulmate twin flame relationship, or again, a soul relationship, you feel that when that person's gone. You know, they really, I can't stand the thought of you being with someone else. I act like I don't care. Again, they're still a little bit with their ego, you know, realizing everything is now that they're sitting in, now they're sitting in regret. But I feel, Virgo, if I have to pull an extra card for you, which I will, I'll pull one last card for you and then a universal card. Close this out, but I feel again, everything to them was just, how do you feel about this person, Virgo? Let's just look. Because there's not really much to say. The person really screwed things up and now they know it. Now they're sitting in it. So they have to have that realization first. And at least they're looking at their life and they're looking at how they treated you. And now they have regret. Okay, and how you feel, naturalist. So I feel like you've healed from them. I feel like you've pretty much moved on. You've healed from them. They never gave anything. So the best that I could say is the way that you met them before, but the way that you felt before you met them is how you feel now. And canonical, like you're working on things for yourself. You're doing a lot of things for yourself. I don't really even feel like, I feel like, again, the naturalist was the fact that too, that this person did feel natural to you. They were a soulmate. And there was like a very deep soul connection. All right, let's just take that. Okay, 10 of Pentacles, success. So and in a weird way, Virgo, I feel like you still hold the torch for this person. I do. I feel like you still hold the torch for this person. I feel like if they were to come back and come clean to you, that they could possibly work it out. Because it's, again, even though they acted like this, a lot of times our soulmate relationships, we are not our best self before we meet our soulmate twin flame. A lot of times we get a soulmate twin flame to help us step it up. I don't really believe that your person is a match for you, a soulmate twin flame match for you. I believe that, again, you inspire them, that you've made them look at their life. I believe that you're a soulmate. I believe that there's potential here if your person does the healing that they need and they come back. It doesn't say whether they do or not. But what I see here, Virgo, and which surprised me, is I believe that a lot of you would take this person back if they apologized. Now, it doesn't mean that you would take them back without them working for it and proving themselves, but I believe that they would. I believe that they would, because again, they realize who you are in to them. They understand what you would contribute to their life. They didn't before. They weren't invested. They, again, are connected to someone else. No one ever again made them change. I feel like really you, Virgo, are very cautious with your own life, so you set boundaries right away. And when that person was not respectful of your boundaries, which, if I recall, we did pull that your person was not respectful of your boundaries, and that they played games and they blamed and they dodged and they, they messed up everything. I can't find it, but it doesn't matter, that they thought that you were going to change, that they thought that that was going to happen. And once you didn't, well, their tower changed and now they're looking at their life. And that is a good sign. I do believe, again, like soulmate twin flames, that they make us step into the best version of ourselves. And so believe your person's with their karmic mate and they're working out lessons, because now, again, they're connected to someone that they don't really even want to be with, that they're just needy. But when you're needy like that, you're also not happy on a deep level. Like you can live surface and you'll live fine, but there's karmic consequences for that. And I feel like that's why your person is feeling it. By you walking away, that is their karmic consequence. You may not see it, because they may not be showing it, and it said that they weren't showing it, but they're feeling it. They're feeling it enough that they're looking at their life. So I'm going to leave it there, Virgo. If you resonated with this video, remember, the word is forgiveness if you want to win a free psychic reading. And if you like the video, give me a like, subscribe to the channel, and let me know what you think in the comments. I love it when you guys are interactive with me, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.